Oh, what's up, everybody? It's your friend Cheaply. It's happy weekend once again. It is Sunday, so let's look forward and see what we can expect from NBA 2K23 My Team. Gaze upon the crystal ball. I've always wanted to be a spiritualist of some sort. I don't know if that means like a fortune teller or someone who like reads minds or something. I just feel like that would be pretty sick. Unfortunately, those don't exist. So, it's not exactly a realistic goal of mine. It's kind of like when I was in kindergarten and they made us fill out this like big thing that was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I put a ninja. I don't think there's ninjas anymore unless there's like a shady corporation that has ninjas on deck. But like, even then, I haven't put in the hours of training and discipline to do that. So like, my childhood dream is a sham. Now, my team is in a very interesting place. This is like the last real season because season 9, as we all know, is just going to be a bunch of retread. Like pretty much everything that we get from packs at this point is going to be a reward. So we're not going to get like new rewards for like clutch time, triple threat, etc. So we're kind of in like a weird position when it comes to my team in general, right? The season has started off in a way where it's going to be pretty easy to predict. So with that being said, let's go forward. Now, tomorrow we're probably not going to get a whole lot of anything. We're going to get another one of these like I don't know, like grindables, I guess. We're going to get these every single day for like old promo cards. We have Halliburton today. I think tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, it's probably going to be like Elemental Kawhi, I think, because that was one of the ones that they teased. So I wouldn't buy like any of these older Dark Matters that came out, specifically the Season 6 ones. The reason I say that, or even like Season 7 ones, they're just going to give them out for free. Now, there's going to be certain ones they're not going to give out for free. Like, they're probably not going to give out Yao Ming or Bol Bol or something for free. And if they do, it's going to be, like, something very ridiculous that you're going to have to do anyway. Possibly, like, a Tim Thomas sighting, though. Like, that's a very distinct possibility. So, when you're looking at these older Dark Matters and you're like, man, I should pull the trigger on that, I would just wait, especially if they're cards that aren't necessarily going to make, like, your main squad, because it's very likely that we're going to get them in, like, a free grind. Specifically like the heroic ones. Like, I guarantee we get every single one of these at some point. Like, there's just no way around it. Maybe they go off and they give us like a hero. Maybe they go off and give us an invincible, but it's probably pretty unlikely, right? Tuesday. Now, Tuesday, we know exactly what's coming because 2K is going to do this thing where Tuesdays and Fridays, they're just going to give an endgame insert name here pack, right? Which is like a giant super pack that just has like a few inserts in them. They're going to do this every Tuesday and every Friday. Now, hopefully, they decide to kind of stray away from this on a Friday here and there. We get like an out of position or we get like a fan favorites, but I feel like they're just going to take the cards that would be in those sets and just kind of slot them into the end games, right? That's just like what they're going to do. It's laziness, yes, but at least they're 10,500. Like, I think my bar is so low when it comes to 2K that it's just like, and I don't know, sometimes I think they're like evil geniuses and they like do this stuff on purpose, but then I realized like pretty quickly that I don't think that's the case. I think they're just like kind of inept sometimes and they don't really know what they're doing and they just like throw things at the wall until they stick, basically. So I think, it's whatever. The one thing you can count on, though, is Tuesday packs are going to have quote unquote like lower tier names than like a Friday set, right? So like the reason for that is pretty easy to understand. Most people get paid on Fridays, whether that be the people actually buying the packs or their children. Payday's on Friday, so Friday is always going to have the bigger names, right? So Tuesday is going to be kind of an interesting one. I mean, if you want to look at like what kind of end games we're going to get for Tuesday, we can go back to like Season 5 and Season 6 and kind of take a look here. Like, we're probably going to get an end game LaMelo at some point. That's kind of a foregone conclusion. We're obviously going to get an end game Kobe, but that's more of a Friday guy. Anthony Davis. I would say Anthony Davis is actually a pretty good bet. Honestly, he makes a whole lot of sense. Like, Giannis is going to get an end game. That'll be a Friday. Like, we're going to get a bunch of these people. Lonzo Ball is another one that'll probably get an end game at some point. Like, Shaq for sure. Who else? Who else is out here? Jimmy Butler. If I had to guess what Tuesday is going to bring, I'm going to say Jimmy Butler, Anthony Davis, and who's the final one? Jimmy Butler, Anthony Davis, and I'm actually going to say Kareem because I don't think they're going to do Friday for him because we still got to get like LeBron, we still got to get Kawhi Leonard, we still got to get Magic, we still got to get pretty much everyone. Giannis, like, so there's Kobe, there's still a lot of people. So I'm going to say that's more likely to what we're going to get. As far as like other random cards in the set, I think we do see another Jonathan Bender at some point. I don't think it's going to be necessarily an endgame, but maybe like an invincible Jonathan Bender, maybe like Brandon Ingram pulls back up. There's quite a few of these. Wiseman could easily get a card because he's like somebody that people like quite a bit. Looking at the season 6 guys, I mean, obviously we still got to get Yao and Ben Simmons because that's definitely going to happen. Jalen Rose isn't out of the question. Lamar Odom, there's just so many cards that it's really, really difficult to try to say yes. But I am going to say Invincible Marc Gasol. One of the Gasols will get an Invincible this Tuesday. I guarantee that to be the case. Also, if you think for a second we're not getting like an Invincible Simbular at some point, like maybe like Murasan or Mark Eaton or Ralph Sampson, you're out of your mind, right? But the Tuesday guys will be a lot less, I want to say, Paxelli. Now, that being said, they did throw like Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, like Danny Granger, and like Larry Johnson, like DeMarcus Cousins in here. So the names, it could be anyone, truly. Now, Wednesday, I'm not sure what they do. Being it's the first week of the season, we don't really know what their weekly schedule is going to be like. After the first season, you can predict pretty much exactly what they're going to do because they stick to like a very specific release schedule. Like, after that first week, Friday to Friday, like, you know exactly what they're going to do from this point forward. I don't think they're going to do any more events because I think this is what they're going to do. Like, the daily kind of, like, grind thing is what they're going to do for the remainder of the year, which is, you know, it is what it is. But I wouldn't rule out the possibility of, like, a random spotlight or something dropping, but I think it's too early in the season for that to occur because I think most people are still trying to finish this up. Only, like, the super sweaty mega grinders have gotten this done, so it's possible we never see anything at all, and I don't think we see another domination or anything. I think Damo's done for sure, so it's possible. Thursday, we're going to see another one of these things. We're going to see one of these every single day. They've set them up like a week in advance and stuff like that. So who knows what cards are going to be. I'm sure towards the very end, we'll start to get some good cards, maybe some Invincibles. Like if I had to guess, like Anthony Edwards is like going to be like a prime candidate, or guys who are already like buyouts. So if you're looking at Invincibles, like you're going to be looking at guys like Jalen Williams. You're going to be looking at like Devin Booker, Anthony Edwards. Who's another buyout? Steph? I don't think they'll do Steph. They can't be that tone deaf, right? I feel like they can't. Right? Maybe like Jabari Smith, like guys like that people aren't really crazy about. Walker Kessler, the fact that he got an Invincible means really anyone can at this point. Like, let's be real. Tatum, we're probably going to get an endgame Tatum that plays like point guard or something. Larry Bird, maybe he'll get one. Who knows? Like maybe they'll give out Magic or something. I'm not really sure. Anthony Davis. I just picked Kobe. My bad. But who knows? Thursday, we're going to get our first tease of like Friday's content, which, if I had to guess, will be another like endgame style pack. This one was kind of like boring, if I'm being honest, like the first one, but it's the first pack of the season. Usually the second one's pretty fire. So I would expect some bigger names. You also got to think we got about, 5 weeks total. Well, at this point, it'll be like 4 pack drops total left in like the game's lifespan before they basically just stop dropping content altogether. So I would expect endgame Giannis would be a very, very good possibility, or LeBron. I think both of those are extremely possible, and I think Kobe will be with them as well. 2K is going to make it so you're going to spend money, That's just how it is. And then they'll throw like another random endgame in there that's not quite as like high tier. Who that'll be, I'm not sure. You could look at realistically any set and just kind of pick like a random person. Who's someone who's really good but has like a trash jump shot? Ooh, Karolinko, he doesn't have a trash jump shot, but like he's pretty good. Honestly, Mark Eaton, man. I think they might wild card it though, honestly. Like I think they might go and do something kind of nutty. Like maybe not necessarily Peter Goodvinson, but like maybe like George Murasan or something. When did Murasan come out? Was he here? Yeah, maybe we go like Murasan with it because he's like huge. I don't know though. It's kind of crazy. Let me know what you think about Friday's content. Don't drop the idea that we're getting endgame Bol Bol, because we're definitely going to. And we're going to start to get cards that are playing out of position as well. The endgame cards thus far have been playing pretty close to actual position, like Bill Russell, power forward center's kind of whack, but whatever. Paolo, I mean, that's what he's been playing all year. Luka plays point guard, yeah. Paul George, shooting guard, small forward. Like Kevin Durant's been playing shooting guard, like, D-Rob. So I think pretty soon we're going to start to see some quote-unquote out-of-position endgames. It's just a matter of, like, when that's going to happen. there's a lot to consider this week. This week is going to be a big week for introducing to us what we can expect from my team in the at least immediate future. So, with that being said, comment down below exactly what you think we're going to see this week, because I always like doing that, because you guys are like remarkably right sometimes. So it's like cool to see that when I see like a comment that's like, oh, we're getting like endgame Peter Goodmanson, and then it like happens. I get hyped for sure. So once again, have a safe holiday. For those of you who are off work for the next couple days or next day or something, that's what's up. I like that I'm off. I'm for the next couple days. I don't go back to work till Wednesday. I'm pretty hyped. I act like I'm gonna do anything. I'm literally just gonna sit here and just like chill out. So it's not like I have big plans, but have a good day, you guys.